So, hello everyone, and welcome to the fourth episode of the Gen X podcast series. And in this episode, we have Mr. Ajinkya Kapse, and he'll be sharing his experience of the Accenture interview process, and also he'll be sharing some preparation tips regarding the same. So, hey guys, my name is Sanmay, and you're watching TechMessy. So, let's get started with this episode. So, first of all, welcome Ajinkya, and congratulations on getting placed into Accenture.
Thank you, Tanmay, and thank you very much for inviting me over here and provide me a platform to share my thoughts.
Yes. So Ajinkya, let's get started with this first question. So, how did you prepare for Accenture, or were you specifically aiming for this company?
No, actually, I was not specifically aiming for Accenture. Prepared generally, like what we generally prepare for any other placement. So, uh, basically, I just practice some aptitude questions and then basic programming questions, like coding questions or hacker rank. So, I guess special preparations are needed for Accenture. It is like any other company.
Okay, so you prepared how you prepare for the other companies, and Accenture was a part of the process.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so next question is that how many rounds are there in the whole interview process?
So Accenture basically has four rounds. The first round is aptitude round. It is an elimination round. Like depending on the scores in this round, you will be proceed with the further process. Then the second round is coding round. The coding round's eligibility is dependent on the first round. You will get the marks in like 5 to 10 minutes on the first round. If you clear that round, you will receive a mail for the coding round on the same day. The first and second round happens on the same day. So the second round is not elimination round, but it is important for the roles. That is, Accenture offers two roles: software engineer and assistant software engineer. So for the roles are decided with the overall score, like the scores of four rounds. So you should take the coding round seriously, even though it is not an elimination round. Then the third round is a versant round. It is actually a bit different from what the other companies follow. The other companies usually don't have this round. So in this round, basically they test your speaking, listening, and reading abilities of the English language. So the round is very simple. Like it is of about, I guess, 15 to 20 minutes. So they give you some sentences. You have to read it aloud. Then they will ask some simple questions, common sense questions to test your attention and speaking ability. So it is very basic round. No need to worry about that. Then the final round was the interview. It was a combination of technical plus HR interview. So these are the four rounds that Accenture follows.
Okay, and how was the overall difficulty, and how was the overall experience of the coding and the aptitude round?
So speaking about aptitude, the difficulty was from easy to medium, but the catch here is you have to solve 90 questions in 90 minutes. So you should be quick so in solving questions. So you should practice more and more so that you can solve questions easily. Quickly. Then in coding also the questions were easy. There were two questions. The first question was very easy question, and the second was a little bit not difficult. You can say that mediocre question. You can solve it easily.
Okay, and what
Yeah.
were some of the questions you were asked in the technical round or technical interview?
Okay, so interviewer first asked me to introduce myself. Then he asked about my final year project and my role in the final year project. Then he gave me a situation. The team situation. Like, suppose you are in this kind of situation, then how will you manage your team, or what decisions will you make? So, guess, and then he asked about my family, like some personal questions. So that was the question for me. But depending on the interviewer, they may ask you some basic technical questions related to OOPS or Java, like the technologies mentioned in your resume. Basically, they ask questions related to your resume. So
Okay,
the questions were also easy. Yeah.
yeah, okay. So, as you mentioned earlier, there are two roles offered for freshers. So, what is the main difference between these two roles?
Okay, so the software engineer role, that is, they call it SE role. It is more towards development, and the other role, assistant software engineer, it is like develop kind of development, or sometimes they give the role of analyst. And the other difference is the CTC. SE role has more CTC than assistant software engineer.
Okay, so basically there are two main roles which are offered for freshers, and the main difference is about the mainly the technology or maybe the CTC, that are the main differences here.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yeah.
so next is a very basic question and most important question. Like, what is the right time to prepare for placement? Like in the final year, or in the second year? What is the right time according to you?
I think you should start preparing at the end of fifth semester or beginning of the sixth semester. Like because if you start in the seventh semester, then you don't have much time to prepare. You have the projects to do, submissions to do. Then you don't get much time. And if you start in second year, then you don't have much knowledge about the industry or the technologies that you should prepare. So I think the third year would be the best to prepare for. Like you can explore various options, technologies, or explore your interest. So third year would be the best.
Okay. And what, according to you, are some do's and
Yes.
don'ts one should follow while appearing for interview? Not only just Accenture, but in general.
Yeah. So most importantly, confidence. Like you should be confident. If you are confident, then the half of the war is already won. Then you should not show nervousness on your face while you are in interview. Then yeah, you should always mention the things that you really know in your resume. Don't ever fake your resume, because many of the times interviewers ask the questions relative to your resume only. So if they ask question in the resume and you have faked your resume, then you could be in trouble. So don't fake your resume. Then yeah, practice some basic concepts like oops, then the language which you have mentioned in the resume, like a basic concept related to that language, or the uses of that language, advantages and disadvantages, or how that language is different from other languages. Then yeah, always think positively and believe in yourself. And my friend helped me to believe in myself. So never lose your friends while you are chasing a job. Friends are also important. That was my last suggestion.
That are some valuable, valuable advice from you, Ajinkya. And once
Yeah,
again,
thank
congratulations and best of luck for your journey ahead.
thank you very much.
Yeah. So I think that will help most of the people who are appearing for the interview, and that will help them to increase their personality during the interview, and also help them to get a job easily.
Yes.
So yeah, so guys, that's it for this episode. And if you like this episode, please hit the like button and also share this video to everyone. And also don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more interesting and upcoming episodes. So that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. So goodbye and take care.